Here we have a pre-calculus problem. Okay, let's go over the question. Given y equals to a to the x to the power over a to the power 2x negative 6 and log y to the base a equals to x, where a is greater than 1, the value of x is. Okay, so we have to solve for x in the given system of equations. Okay, so if you consider the first equation, it has been solved for y in terms of x. But in the second equation, it is not solved for y. Okay, now let me take the first equation and do some simplification on the right side. Okay, so the first equation is y equals to a to the x to the power over a to the power 2x negative 6. Here, two terms are divided with the same base a. Whenever we divide two terms with the same base, what we can do is we can write the base once and we have to subtract the exponents. That is x negative 2x negative 6. So this is the quotient rule of exponents. Okay, y equals to a to the power x. Now we can distribute this negative sign to this 2x and negative 6. Then we'll be getting x negative 2x and negative times sign will become positive 6. So we get x, y equals to a to the power. When I combine x and negative 2x, it will be just negative x positive 6. Okay, now let me say this is equation number 1. Okay, now let me take the second equation, that is log y to the base a equals to x. Actually, this equation is not solved for y. So first, let's solve for y in this equation. This equation is in logarithmic form. To solve for y, what we need is we have to convert this equation to exponential form. So for that, we have to move this logarithm with its base a to the other side. When I move this logarithm along with its base a to the other side, we have to ignore this logarithm. We have to consider only the base a on the other side. So the stuff which already exists on the other side will become the exponent of this base a. On the left side, we just have y. So now this equation has been solved for y in terms of x. Now let's take, this is equation number 2. Okay, now both the equations are solved for y in terms of x. So now let's set that 1 equals to 2. So because both the first equation and second equation solved for y, we can set 1 equals to 2. So from the equation 1, let's take y on the left side over here. And for equation number 2, let's take y on the left side over here. So we get y equals to y. So now for this y, so we have to plug in the stuff we have for y in equation number 1, that is a to the power negative x positive 6. And for this y, we have to plug in the stuff which is equal to y in equation number 2, that is a to the x to the power. Okay, here the two terms are equal. So and the base on the left side, the base on the right side are same. So whenever two terms are equal with the same base, we can equate the exponents. So then I'll be getting negative x positive 6 equals to x. Okay, I'm adding x to both sides. So this negative x positive x will cancel. I get 6 equals to x positive x will become just 2x. Now to solve for x, I divide both sides by 2. So this 2 will cancel out. 6 over 2 is just 3. So I get x equals to 3. So the correct answer choice for this question is option A.